Hey yo, how's it going everybody? Hopefully anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Fate Grand Order. So it feels like it's been a while since the last time we've been doing some FGO, so yeah, we're continuing on with Avalon, continuing our slow but steady trek towards trying to beat Lost Belt 6, and yeah, hopefully that'll be a good time tonight. I feel like I really need to try and maybe check my audio settings. Maybe that'll help OBS not be completely useless one of these days. But yeah, so I'm feeling better today. I'm not feeling nearly as low energy as I was on Thursday. Speaking of which, I need to figure out what the next game that we're going to be playing for the weekdays are going to be, since Children of the Sun unfortunately got prematurely ended before we could actually finish the game. Yeah, maybe, yeah, because there's a handful of games that I want to try next. You know what, I'm thinking maybe 1,000 Times Resist. We can give that a try, mayhaps. We shall see. But yeah, so on Tuesday we'll be starting up a new weekday game, and yeah, like I mentioned, it'll be another indie title. So look forward to that, if you please. But yeah, tonight, not too much to talk about before we get into things. I think we can just go ahead and get into the game here. Okay. Now, I said I'm not as low energy as I was on Thursday. That doesn't mean I'm not tired, because I am always tired. That's my secret cap. So yeah, so I'm still gonna be yawning and whatnot. But you know, that's just how we do. That's just how we do around here, you know. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into this here. So let's get the FGO music or audio going. All right. Okay. So then, here we are. All right. So yeah, last time around we I believe we did a bunch of stuff, you know, relating to gathering up forces for our eventual invasion of Camelot and overthrowing Morgan and whatnot. And so now we have to go ahead and find out what, you know, MASH is doing in the past, which last time we were here, she got lowered down into a hole. The hole, actually, like the big hole in Avalon, and found out that yeah, there's a giant monster down at the bottom of that hole, and we're probably going to have to fight it at some point. So that's great. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. All right, let's just go ahead and continue on. We got no battles, so oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff. Okay, we gotta make some CE bombs.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Hold up. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, these are the CEs that I got when I was trying to get whatever the Loli Nero was. Okay. Increase arts and burst effectiveness by 8%. MP strength by 5%. Begin battle with MP strength charged at 30%. That is a good CE. I should probably get that leveled at a certain point. But okay, let me see here. Come all the way down here. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna boom, 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 boom. Gonna level that up. And then let's go ahead and start pumping it full of 3 stars. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That one's kind of cute, so I'm gonna hold on to those. Ba, ba, boom, 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 boom. Okay, go. And we could probably make it a little beefier, a little more significant. Boom, 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 boom. See, boom, 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 boom. Wait, are those limited? I think those are limited. I like this CE, so I'm not gonna do anything to it. But okay. I'm gonna get rid of these because I get these all the time. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. So all right. Let me make another one real quick, and we'll use that one to level up that 5-star that I was just looking at. Wait a second. Did I just... Ah, fuck. Okay, hold on. I think I just, Wait, what? Huh? How is it doing this? Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're coming up here. Let's just go ahead and level this thing up. Sure. Yeah, you. There we go. 360 QP. Look at that. Yay. All right, good stuff. And then, what is this one? What's this one do? Increase MP gain by 15%, MP strength by 30%. Oh yeah, that one's good too. And I've got it, limit broken. So you know what? Let's go ahead and use that. Why don't we? Where's the, oh, hold on. Filter by, rarity. Okay, come down here, and then, let's see. I should probably go by level. Okay, hold up. Hold. Send. And come down here. And then, let's see. Hold. Where are these fucking, where are these CE bombs that I just made? Where the hell they go? Okay, I'm confused as to how I might have arranged these, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll find them eventually. I think maybe. I honestly don't know. You know what? I guess not. I guess they're all gone. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We'll just be really not non-efficient with our QP. It's not as if it takes millions of QP to do anything around here, right? Right, of course not. All right. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then some more. Do like this. And then whoop, not. All right, where are the 3 stars at? Where are the 3 stars at? Honestly, don't have a ton of 3 stars, but okay. I'm gonna start jumping. You know what? I got too many of these. I'm gonna get rid of those, and this one makes me sad, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And let's see. I'm pretty sure these are just used for these are just for experience. So I'm gonna toss those out. Alrighty, go. Deception, disgrace, evil's as plain as the scar on his face. All right. Boom. That is not too shabby. All right. I think we're finally ready to start cooking. All right, let's go. Avalon LaFay. Fragment. Yay. No story progress. I love filler episodes. After the incident at the pit, Mash and Ash, Machination, yes, began investigating ruins all around Britain. Their only leads were the stories passed down within the Mirror Clan and the murals left by the Rain Clan. And so they set out for the west from west to east on a great adventure in search of written records left behind by humans. Between running into Moors, getting attacked by anti-Londinium fairies, and fighting the occasional giant monster when Ash felt like it, things weren't always easy. But when all was said and done, these travels became lovely memories. Of course, it helped that Mash was always so strong and awesome no matter what. This definitely sounds like a real, true account of the events as they happened.
Hey, Mash, didn't you call me by some weird name when we first met?
Yes, I guess I did. I'm sorry. You, look so much like someone else I know that it just slipped out.
Hey, how's it going, Patat? Appreciate you stopping in. Hope your weekend is treating you well. We're just continuing on through the remainder of Lost Belt 6. And when I say remainder, I mean we're just continuing playing it. We're not gonna finish it out. We're never gonna finish it. I'll never be finished with this game. I'm stuck with it till the end of time.
Really? There's someone out there who looks just like me? What are they like?
I only spent a little time with her, but that was enough for me to know she's a wonderful person. She's brave and kind and dependable, and she spent a lot of time in her workshop making all sorts of clothes. Her name is Habitrot. She's a very happy fairy who wants nothing more than to be a friend to brides everywhere.
Wow, so there's a fairy like that in the future, huh? I guess her name does sound a lot like mine. Maybe it's a fake name like Ash's. Maybe she's trying to cover up her true name.
A servant trying to cover up their true name? Not in my FGO.
That's enough, Mash. You agreed not to tell us too much about the future, remember? You're right. I'm sorry. I thought it would make Totodile happy, and I didn't stop to think about what I was doing.
Gotcha. You can be pretty careless sometimes, huh, Mash? I'm sorry, too. Still, I like the idea of being a friend to brides everywhere, too. That sounds like a great life to me.
Lost Belt 6 is so long. Yeah. Was it LB7, the one where they brought out the script for it and it was like 10 phone books stacked on top of each other? Man, I'm never going to finish this fucking game. Well, they had a lot of conversations like that, so I thought I'd include one for posterity. Anyway, their search through ruins lasted about 5 months. God damn, man! They didn't learn much, but they didn't give up either. They kept doggedly pursuing the threads of Britain's history and eventually arrived at the Priestess's Prophecy. It was Britain's first prophecy of destruction, a curse left behind by the first human, the priestess of the enshrined deity. It predicted there would be 4 major wars named after the 4 seasons, but the War of Winter had not yet happened. They never did find out what it meant. Really, all we got from our expedition was a lot of fun memories. And while I know I've already written this down several times, let me remind you once again that this took place in Fey Era 400. Now, there were only a few days to go until the coronation at Londinium, which would decide the fate of all Britain. And as one of the key figures in that coronation, Ash needed to return to the castle soon. Yeah, it's Lost Belt 7. Oh boy. I can't wait. I can't wait to take a year to finish it.
There, the needlework's all done. All I have to do now is make the embroidery motifs. I think I'll make a purple rose for Ash and a blue rose for Mash.
Let me see. You did a good job. I have no complaints. You've gone from crybaby to expert. This is why I love handicrafts. Although, I'm not sure about using embroidery for the brooch. Ash is going to be a queen, so she should have something that shines. I think a pattern of beads modeled after a world tree which should do the trick. Here, give me that. Let me show you how it's done.
Whoa! Have you always been that good with your hands, Black Knight? You're like some sort of sewing master.
I do like that he's got some himbo qualities to him, even though I still fully expect he's going to fucking betray us.
Totodrot's changed so much since you came along, Mash, and it's all thanks to you. We've been together for hundreds of years, but I've never seen this side of her before. Ugh, I really am a terrible friend. I was so caught in the fighting, I never even noticed what Totodrot was going through, and she's always been there for me.
Oh no, it was nothing. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. And the only reason Totodrot got interested in making clothes in the first place is the upcoming coronation. She said she wanted to make you a gown so pretty that you'd be the fairest fairy in all of Britain.
The fairiest fairy.
So I'm sure she would have gone on to become a great tailor, even if I'd never shown up. Ash?
All right. I think you deserve to know at least a little of how I really feel. I'm no savior, Mash. All I want to do is keep Britain itself alive. I no longer have any intention of saving all its fairies or of protecting humans like you.
Huh? What are you saying? You are protecting everyone. I've seen it myself.
Here's the thing, Mash. For the last 3,600 years, I've been dispelling the calamities that appear every 100 years, and the great calamities that appear every 1,000. Before, when I said I would let the fairies handle the aftermath and go to sleep in a coffin, well, it wasn't the whole truth. The truth is, every time I saved them from a calamity, the fairies would come after me. I've never known a moment of true peace. The only thing I could ever do was run for my life and hibernate for years at a time. I'm sure that at the start I really did want to build an ideal nation. But not now. Not anymore.
I like how she says it with like her just full anime eyes smile, just like, not now. Not anymore.
Every time I decide to work harder and finally get it right next time, I only end up having more stones thrown at me. I've been imprisoned, crucified, beheaded, drowned, burned. The only thing they haven't done is poison me.
Oh my god, why? I still don't understand what the whole dynamic is back here. Like, why? I don't get it. I mean, it's fate, so I mean, there's lots of things you just don't get sometimes.
So by now, I've stopped putting my hope in fairies. My only companions are Totodrot, the Black Knight, and Rhynek. I'm not even sure about Uther. Even they only see me as an important tool, nothing more. So I only fight to protect Britain from myself. It's the only place I belong. That's why I'm going to unify the fairies and give humans the right to build a kingdom. That's the Britain I want. The sort of story proper human history would never allow. I've never been Ash the Savior. I'm just Ash the Witch.
But surely there must have been at least one good fairy, right?
Is Morgan Ash? Like does Ash continue on through the ages of just being super just becoming more and more bitter and jaded and disillusioned, and then she becomes Morgan somehow?
One who believed in you and understood you. Wasn't there ever a single fairy you genuinely wanted to help?
No, there wasn't. Not a single one. That's why things turn out this way.
I'm sure that sprite that we saw for a split second was nothing to worry about.
Mash, you came here from the era of the High Queen. I don't know which faction you belonged to in that time. I can never know, or if I did, that would change what happens in the future. I've been vacillating for a long time about whether to kill you or save you. But I don't think it matters now. This is the Fae era, a history entirely of the Tree of Emptiness's making. And as long as that tree exists, anything goes in its lost belt. No matter what may be added to this world, it will simply adjust its history to match. Things don't have to make sense in a world with a Tree of Emptiness. The reason Morgan was so cavalier about using the water mirror to send things back in time to the Fae era is her awareness that nothing which changed in the Fae era will affect the start of the era of the High Queen.
So you're saying worlds created by trees of emptiness can tolerate a fair number of discrepancies without falling apart?
Yeah, maybe Morgan in the future is sending the calamities back because she knows that she's Ash, and she had to send them back in time in order to get to embitter herself over the years and become the Morgan she is. That sounds like some fuckery that fate would get up to.
That's right. That's why I'm here. The Fae era is the last point in time where things can be so wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. The moment you spoke of the era of the High Queen, I had a flash of insight as to how the future must have played out. She must have She must have used all the magical energy stored inside the Tree of Emptiness to transform this lost belt into a singularity. I still won't know why she chooses to do that until the time comes, of course. But in the meantime, Mash, I can tell you that you can only exist while the Fae era lasts. In 400 years, at the start of the era of the High Queen, you'll disappear whether you're still alive or dead. You do understand that, right?
Yes, I arrived in Britain in year 2019 of the era of the High Queen. Since I didn't exist in that era before that date, when the Tree of Emptiness dies.
I swear, just because Fae era's history can be changed, that doesn't give her the right to send every problem she can't handle back to the past to let nature disappear it for her. And now she's started sending servants as well as calamities? Unbelievable. That's just pathetic is what it is. So I guess the least I can do is make things right. Since I'm mixed up in all of this too, it's my responsibility to send you back to the future you came from.
Back to the future?
Are you sure? No, wait, is that even possible?
In a way, yes. It should work as long as there aren't any historical inconsistencies leading up to the calamity of Norwich in year 2019 of the era of the High Queen. So, how would you feel about hiding out at the farthest edge of the world where no one would ever see you?
What was that blushing surprise look? She's like, "What? How dare you imply such things?" Okay, honestly, I expected that to maybe last a little bit longer, but it's fine. It's okay. Hi, senpai desu.
慣れた頃ほど油断しやすいもの。
All right, there we go. All right, Lake region. Let's see what. Oh my God, this fucking section is so long. Look at it. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 nodes in this section. Jesus Christ. All right. Ooh, got ourselves an Avenger, so I can keep using BB then. Nice. And I need me a caster, which I always take anyway, so it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. All right, so I'm gonna bring along. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Got Koyanskaya, and then let's grab Merlin, and then yeah, that's basically all we need. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. All right, that is our dream team. Albion. All right, let's see what's going on in this section that's so important that it needs to be 7 nodes long. Ooh. Hold on. Is this where, I'm assuming this is when Lancelot's gonna start, coming into play a lot more, because, yeah, her third ascension has, like, that whole black swamp with dead trees around it. There's the Tree of Emptiness over, on the far shore, so this is the Lake District. Does the Lake District exist in the real Britain too?
Damn, this Tree of Emptiness must have been huge, even compared to the others we've seen so far. So this is the tree that withered away 2,000 years ago, and that Morgan then burned down to destroy the Tree of Emptiness in Olympus a few months ago.
Hey, really? Altria still hasn't cheered up. What's going on with her?
Too bad Oberon isn't here with us. Is this your first time in the Lake District, Altria?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, so this is the famous Lake District. It, sure is as pretty as a picture, isn't it? Also just as quiet. Did I mention quiet?
Damn, you have no poker face at all, do you? You're obviously still thinking about what Bargus told us, right? Don't keep it to yourself.
Is this barrel gut truly Morgan's master, huh? That is the question. Though, of course, the real question might be, is Morgan actually a servant? It's a hell of a conundrum, that's for sure. Relly and I have been going back and forth trying to square that circle ever since we got here.
At first, I thought Morgan was the king of this lost belt. I don't know why I suddenly made a Sean Connery.
Same. I mean, she'd pretty much have to be if she's been ruling here for 2,000 odd years.
But after meeting Morgan and Beryl in Camelot...
You mean when Beryl said he was Morgan's master, and she didn't deny it? So Morgan's not Beryl's servant, but Beryl is Morgan's master. That's a brainbuster, ain't it? I don't even know where to begin. Any ideas as to how that could work, Da Vinci?
I'm afraid not. There's just too little information to work with. If Holmes were here, he could string a number of theories together into a plausible hypothesis. But he's not. All you have is me.
You are more than enough, baby girl. You're fine the way you are. Although, yeah, it has been a really long time since we've seen Holmes. Like a really long... It's been a long time since we've seen anyone on the storm border, actually. Like, I thought we were going to keep on going back and forth every once in a while and checking in to see what was up with everyone on the storm border. But yeah, I haven't seen Holmes. I haven't seen Nemo. I haven't seen... Gordy in so long. It's crazy. What about you, Altria? Did you come up with anything?
I do have one idea, I think.
I haven't seen that expression on her yet. Hey, I like it.
I remember what you said about masters and servants and the kind of things Caldi has done so far.
But I'd rather not think about it any more than that. If I'm right, then Morgan would be... Oh, and there's that, like, there's that fucking Sayori face that that Ash had before in the previous section. Like, yeah, that straight up looks like a face that Sayori in Doki Doki Literature Club has. Oh man.
Impossible for you to beat? A fairy you'd rather not even fight at all if you don't have to?
Habitrot?
What's wrong with not wanting to fight her? Who says you have to try and beat her no matter what? Caldia's goal is to acquire Morgan's Rongomniad, and the Child of Prophecy's goal is to ring the 6 bells. Trust me, I heard Ansel's Child of Prophecy poem in Londinium enough to last a lifetime. And there's not a single verse in there about killing the queen.
But Morgan herself told me to defeat her.
Did she now? She's just playing everyone's antagonist because she doesn't dare trust anyone anymore. But I'm not saying more than that. All I care about's Mash and Relly finally being reunited. You can't go around trying to please everyone else all the time. Sometimes you just gotta tell them to piss off.
She ain't wrong.
No more chit-chat. We've already got a few more headed our way. You remember Bargus's warning, Relly? Good. Then don't hold back. We're all counting on your firepower to get us through this.
My firepower. I'm just a little guy, okay? Oh, god damn it, BlueStacks. Why? Why you gotta do me like this? Every time. Alright, yes, resume, please. Thank you. Alright, hopefully that's the only BlueStacks moment that we have during the stream. Happened relatively early on, so there's a chance we could get another one. And I prefer not to, because I don't like BlueStacks moments very much. Alrighty, let's see here. Alright, and then we're gonna, let's see here. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that, and then that. Just evening things out a little bit. Chisai desu ne. Oh, she didn't actually do anything. God damn. It's a little disappointing, but all right. I guess it be what it be. All right, we're gonna do this, and then this. Ooh, you know what? Go ahead and keep those face cards right there. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. Yes, sir. Ooh, all right. Oh, big boys. All right, let's go. Okay. And we're gonna do a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Give me some of that Garden of Avalon. All right. Chisai desu ne. Yes, sir. Ha 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 ha, get fucked. Alright. And then we shall do like we do. Hey, alright. Okay. And then, oh boy. Oh boy, I hate these fucking things. All right, we're gonna juice our girl up here now. There we go.
最高のカードを君に。
え、そのように。失礼。こ
And
ちらは
then
NFS サービスです。もちろんお望みのまま。
here we go. All right, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that.
このように。
And
や
then
るがしゃ
I guess we'll do that. Red Dead Redemption. Let's go. What the hell? Oh, it's because I haven't seen it with this specific skin. God damn it.
派手にやっておしまいなさい。これが玉も重工の優秀兵器。
All right. Does this reduce their defense too? Okay, no. I think it just reduces their charge.
これが欲望の果て。肥大したエゴ
You think you're big? I mean, compared to her, like, look how big it is compared to her. Even it's like
目障りですね。
it's still huge. God damn. Ah, this is why I hate these fucking things. And skill seal, sure, why not? All right, you, gosh darn it. Okay. We're gonna do a little of that, a little bit of that, and a little bit of that.
従います
切り
けど。
込む。どうだ？
やりすぎですか？
おっと。
Arg. That's why I hate these fucking things. Okay, you know what? You're gonna chill for a moment. Alright, and then let's see.
ハッピーエン
Do
ドの話を
that.
しよう。
Do that, and then that.
従いますけど。
星の宇宙に物見の歌楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るがいいガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
BB ゲーズタツタになりなさい。
Okay, and then we're gonna do this.
リラックスリラックス。
Okay, and then yeah, a little Red Dead.
くれます？目障りですね。
Hmm.
悪いね。
Damn. Okay, Merlin, not too shabby. Yeah, get fucked. Yeah, screw you. Get out of here.
さてカウンティングオーバー。
Okay. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's get a little BB. Actually, hold on. Do that, and then that, and
惨
then
め
that.
ですね。BB ゲーいい鳴き声最高です。やりすぎですか？お待ちかねの桜ビーム。
Yeah, Sakura Beam. Fuck you. Oof. And there goes Koyanskaya. That's alright, because we got another one. We've got Koyanskaya at home. Alright.
完全敗北よろしくて。
Okay, and then also.
はい、NFS サービスです。もちろんお望みのままに。ニャルシュタン、ニャルガシャンナ。
There
笑わ
we
せない
go.
でくれます？
Alright, BB. Time to close out this whole fight.
これが欲望の果て。
God, how big it is still compared to her. Like, look at it. It's like a giant ball of actual snakes, like garden snakes or something.
おっと。
からかい尽くされた後に惨めに終わる。それがあなたたちにはお似合いです。
Alright, not too shabby. That last monster was certainly new for Britain. The Moors are stronger around here.
That's cause the fairies they used to be were really strong. Makes sense since they used to be the northern fairies' holy ground. Looks like it's going to take us at least a full day to make it through the Lake District and get to the north coast.
I don't think we'll make it more than halfway today. We should look for a forest where we can make camp before nightfall. Say, Habitrot, do you maybe know this area? You said you were originally from the north, right? Well, yeah, I guess. This place hasn't changed in forever, so I at least know it better than the south. Why do you ask, Da Vinci? You want a history lecture from old Habby Cat? If you could, that'd be great. We never heard much about the Lake District down south. Could we not? Could we not, though? Could we not have, like, 5 paragraphs worth of, exposition about the mere location in which our feet are treading? Okay, this isn't a Victor Hugo novel. We don't need the history from from stone to chapel about the environment that we're in, man. Come on, spare me, please.
Gotcha. Okay then, but just until sunset.
Oh, they even changed up the music. They were like, oh yeah, strap in, motherfuckers. It's about to get real.
Long ago, Britain used to be way smaller. Back then, this area was all ocean. At the time, Britain was the only landmass in the world. At least the fairies thought so, so they worked to expand the isle. Then one day, when they had expanded it up to where Manchester is now, they noticed there was a forest on the far shore. That was this place, the British Lost Belts Lake District, a forest in the middle of the ocean. That's where the northern fairies come from. They'd been living off the fruits of that forest all that time.
The northern fairies? So they were Knock-Naw-Riab's ancestors?
Yup, the 6 clans in the northern fairies have totally separate lineages. Anyway, back in Fate Era 6000, I guess that would be 8,000 years ago, Britain had its very first war. In it, the northern and southern fairies fought each other. Nowadays, it's only known as the War of Spring. It happened when the northern fairies got jealous of all the land the southern fairies had and crossed the sea to invade it. But even though their leader was super strong on average, the northern fairies were still weaker than the southern ones. Back then, there were no humans in the northern fairies' side, only the southern fairies kept humans, so the war ended with the southern fairies' victory. Apparently, it was a total massacre. Whenever the northern fairies' successors were born, the southern fairies would just kill them on the spot.
Wow. Okay, sure. Just don't worry, Stan. Just tell your mom I'm just gonna do a little bit of genocide. You know. Kind of like the Netanyahu kind of model, you know. Oh, we're just gonna do a little bit of genocide. Don't worry about it. Just a little bit of genocide.
That's where they got all the bodies they needed to fill in the ocean up to the Lake District.
What? There are dead things in the water.
They killed so many northern fairies that eventually new generations stopped being born altogether.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, no, they initiated the final act of the Netanyahu solution. What happened to the northern fairies after that?
Everyone thought they'd gone extinct, but nope, it turned out they were still alive. The leader of the northern fairies was made of much sterner stuff than any fairy from the 6 clans. Well, they weren't called the 6 clans back then, but you know what I mean. Anyway, the Northern Queen escaped, left the Lake District, and went on to make the Western Island all by herself out in the middle of the empty sea. The Western Island, Ireland, became a legendary island that no one could see, but existed all the same. It became the final hope for fairies who were exiled from Britain, a sort of last bastion of castaways.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. So Ireland was created by the UK. I feel like the Irish might have something to say about that. But no, you can't speak sick on Ireland, buddy. All right, since it's literally the only foreign country that I've gone to so far, I have a kinship with that place, even though I've only seen Dublin.
Later on, there'd be another war between the North and the South called the War of Summer, but that has nothing to do with the Lake District, so I'll just skip that one. Anyway, after the First War, the War of Spring,
The southern fairies claimed the Lake District for themselves and began developing their civilization even further. The fairies that would go on to become the Mirror Clan and the fairies from Britain's northernmost area that would go on to become the Rain Clan each built thriving cities here. No, of course, as you can see, they've long since been wiped out.
Not sure thriving is the word I'd use then. Then again, the idea of a single country enduring for more than 1,000 years doesn't really fit for us non-Brits in the first place.
Morgan's Fairy Britain has lasted for more than 2,000 years, remember? Of course, you can't really call it thriving either, since it hasn't advanced any in all that time. The Rain Clan, I see. Britain's skies are always cast in twilight, so it makes sense that there would have been fairies who controlled the rain and other weather. But why'd the Rain Clan go extinct? Did they disappear naturally, or... I'll tell you that once we get to Orkney. All you need to know for now is that the Rain Clan and their city Orkney were destroyed in Fey Era 4000.
2,000 years after the War of Spring.
Yep, they built their city around Fey Era 5000, so it was one of the few British metropolises to last over 1,000 years. Now I see, so that's why Ireland's nowhere to be found. The Northern Fairies must be of Irish descent, and the only Northern Fairy to survive the War of Spring was their queen. But then, what happened to the Western Island? Why is that gone too? Why do you think? Because the Northern Fairies migrated to Britain, of course. Mom made that island to make fairies safe. She took it all back into herself just before she invaded the British Isle. That was the War of Summer back in Fey Era 2000. Ash the Savior and the first Tomlin fought in it too. Man, you guys wouldn't believe how strong Queen Mab was. After their failure in the War of Spring, the Northern Fairies coexisted with humans in Ireland for 4,000 years. The Southern Fairies only saw humans as tools for producing entertainment. The Northern Fairies, though, they saw humans as partners, and together they built a real civilization. So even though the Southern Fairies had the numbers advantage, the Northern Fairies were still overwhelmingly stronger. At first, Queen Mab wanted to wipe out the Southern Fairies as payback for what they did to the Northern ones. But eventually, Ash managed to broker a peace between the two sides. As part of the deal, the Northern Fairies were ceded the north part of Britain as their territory and welcomed into the fold as the King Clan. That's when the 6 clans we have now first came about. The rest you guys already know. Anyway, with that kind of bad blood between them, it's no wonder the fairies of the north and south still don't get along, even in the era of the High Queen, right?
Oh boy. I totally remember my fairy history.
Basically, all you have to remember is that there was a big battle between the clans in the last years of the Fey Era, right before the era of the High Queen began. What about the start of the Fey Era 14,000 years ago? Don't you know anything about that? Da Vinci, please. I know your whole thing is knowledge and book smarts and whatnot, but please, I don't care. Oh, man. Nope, there's not a single record of Britain's genesis. Ash and the first Tomlin tried their hardest to track one down, but all they learned was the story of the 6 fairies.
The 6 fairies? As in? Those little fuckers.
So you already know about it. Yup, it was that mural. I don't remember all that much about it either, but if you want, I'll tell you what I know as a bedtime story. Not that there's all that much to it. At best, it only makes for a decent lullaby.
Ooh. That whole node was just exposition. My goodness gracious. Oh man, there's so much shit getting, done up. All right, let's continue on. Oh, it's just assassins, huh? Okay, so it's just a full caster team, huh? Well, okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go with will it be single target or AoE final round. You know what? I haven't used Sanzong in a while, so let's go with that. So I'm gonna go with You know what? We're gonna do double Merlin. Double Merlin and then Sanzang. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Oh, are we just going into the battle? Okay, sure, why not? Oh, okay. Well, it is single target, so I'm into it. All right, let's go. Okay, and then there we go, and then let's see. Let's put one on our girl right there. And let's see. Apply incoming damage cut for yourself and increase attack for all allies. Why not? Do it. All right. Boom. 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 Oh damn! I think she got her. Okay. Damn! I forgot how hard Sanzang hits. Oh, it's just the same every time. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then let's see here. And get that boom boom. Boom. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh boy. Alright. So we're gonna do that, and that, and then a little bit of that. Uh-huh. Jesus. Okay. I don't think it's worth using to juice up Sanzang here, so let's do that, and then we'll do okay, hold up. We'll do that, and then that, and then that. Alright, double Garden of Avalon. Gentle palm. There we go. That's what we like to see. And then it's another one. Who could have seen it coming? Okay. Oops, all Merlin. How about that? All right. Let's do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Damn, actually pulled off some decent damage there, Merlin. Yeesh. Uh-huh. Okay. And we'll do that, and then that, and then that. Dang. Come on. We're not gonna get her to 100. Oh well. Oh, there we go. It's over. GG. Just for added insult to injury. Alright, go. Get fucked. Ooh. Alright. I feel like Sanzang could do with a sprite update. You know? She's a pretty old servant by this point now, you know? So yeah, I feel like she could do with a facelift, you know, along with like, you know, especially Jalter. Man, like Jalter needs her a facelift, man. Come on. She was the OG DPS meta back in the early days, and yet her name has been gone from the FGO meta books for years now. Like, just because she's not the meta anymore doesn't mean that she's not deserving of getting a little, you know, a little nip and tuck here and there, you know? Come on. Don't do my girl dirty like that.
This spot looks perfect. Okay, guys, that's enough walking for today. Let's go ahead and set up camp.
I'll go fetch the water. I'll pitch the tent. Man, come on. No, yeah, I ain't gonna go out into the dark ass forest to get me some water. I'm gonna put up the tent, but not in the traditional FGO way of pitching a tent. No. You want some of that, you go to the website. You know the website. They revamped Jalter on the JP side. Oh, good. That's good. Well, how long ago was that? Because NA is like 2 years behind JP. So depending on when they did it, I'll have to calculate like when it's gonna be coming over here. I'll go gather brushwood. I mean, firewood.
I'll go write a report for the border.
What? She just puts on her glasses like, it's time to get studious. A year ago? So we still got a year to go. Man. And they buffed her. Oh, really? Good stuff.
I'll go laze around for a while, since I'm just plain tired. Then I'll put up a bounded field to ward off animals and insects. Gosh, camping is so much fun no matter where you do it.
Roger that. All hands, move out. Autobots, roll out. Ayo. What's happening over there? What's going on over there? I'm high. I hope you remember me from the last stream. Yeah, I remember you. How's it going, Hikari? Appreciate you stopping in again. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, you caught me on a bad night that night because I was very much mentally and physically drained that day. But yeah, my name's Relikai. I'm a literal random person on the internet who plays video games. Yeah, usually play gacha games, and then we just cycle through different weekday games, depending on just whatever suits my mood. So I don't chase the meta. I don't do you know, streams for views and whatnot. Just here vibing. So feel free to chat or lurk if that's more your speed. And for the time you decide to stick around, hopefully you enjoy yourself. We're just playing through Fate Grand Order, continuing on through Lost Belt 6 in our eternal game of catching up with the main storyline. I couldn't eat another bite. All that's left to do now is rest up for tomorrow.
Yep, I think now's a good time to call it a night. There don't seem to be any dangerous creatures here, so... Hold it! I still haven't told you guys about the 6 fairies like I promised.
Oh yeah, and I do really dumb, stupid voices while we play FGO because 96% of this game is basically a visual novel. So, you'll just have to deal with that.
All right, I'm sorry, Happy Cat. Please go right ahead.
Do we have to? I already survived one exposition dump. I don't need another.
Don't worry, I'm listening. It sounds pretty important after all.
Oh no, she's pulling up a goddamn stool and pulling out her script.
Okay, now which diary was it? Aha, here it is. Happy Cat's history, page 153. It became ocean at the end. There was ocean at the beginning.
Oh no, they're changing the music too. Oh, it's over. It's so over.
After the shooting star passed, the land all ran into rivers.
Oh no. Oh no, it's like an actual ass history lesson. Oh my god. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Alright. All right, strap in, kids. We're gonna be here for like the next 10 minutes.
Long, long ago, as far back as time can go, 6 fairies went outside to find the world had become an ocean. There was no land, no rocks, no fish, no birds, and of course there were no mountains or forests, which the 6 fairies loved more than anything. The 6 fairies didn't know what to do. They grew sad and thought of going home. This is awful, they thought. How terrible our world has become. Then a large shadow rose up from the ocean.
I would shit my pants if that happened to me.
It belonged to a giant fluffy creature. On its shoulder stood one of the animals the fairies believed was gone. The animal on its shoulder called the fluffy creature Cernunnos.
So I'm gonna assume it's like the Greek sea, so that would be Cernunnos. I'm just gonna roll with that. Cernunnos. That's probably, or Cernunnos. All right, fine. Cernunnos. I hate this fucking thing's name, and I'm probably gonna have to say it more and more as the lost spell goes on, aren't I? Fucking A, man.
Cernunnos, the animal, and the 6 fairies soon became friends. It wasn't easy living in the ocean. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do. But Cernunnos made things better for the 6 fairies by sheltering them from the waves. However, the animal said that Cernunnos was a god and that he needed offerings. So the 6 fairies offered Cernunnos their joy. And they offered Cernunnos their wish. The ocean without waves is nice, but we still miss having land.
Oh, look at them. They're all so happy.
And so the fairies' wish was granted. Then, after their rejoicing ended, the god grew tired and fell asleep.
And then the Fire Nation attacked. Only the fairy king or queen must save their kingdom and have a new ruler, King Relica. Oh my goodness. How's it going, maiden? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. He seems pretty young in their experience. This new king has always been nice and believe Relica could say... Young? Young in experience. I am ancient compared to all y'all. You guys, all of you guys come in and I feel like I don't know how old you guys are, but I guarantee it's younger than me because I am usually older than about like 7 out of 10 people on the internet nowadays. You will speak with respect when you talk to me, little missy. Respect your elders now. That reminds me, I just watched this YouTube short today of a guy going in to purchase Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and the kid at the counter is like, "Oh yeah, this is a really great retro game." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, this game. It's super retro." It's like, what are you talking about? This game came out when I was in high school. He's like, yeah, but it came out in 2002. That was like 22, 23 years ago. And like the more the kid talks, he just keeps on getting, the other guy just keeps getting hit by like emotional psychic damage. And he's like, it's like, if you think about it, this game came out in 2002, and the game takes place in 1986. So the time between this game being made and the time setting that it's parodying is shorter than the time between when the game came out and right now. He's like, oh God, no, stop. That's what it feels like for me being on the internet nowadays. Unk status? Yeah, I could be an uncle or a dad by now, which is crazy to think about, man. Oh no. Woe to the one who ever becomes my child one day, if I ever even have one. All right. Anyway, what were we talking about? Bunch of happy little dinguses.
The 6 fairies revered Cernunnos for granting their wishes. They made grateful use of everything that was left behind. Thus did the Isle of Britain come into being. May the first 6 fairies find salvation.
Is class over? Thank you.
The end. So, was that helpful, Altry?
Wow, you're amazing, Happy Cat. I can't believe how much you know.
Is she talking in her sleep? Pretending to be awake? What about the rest of you? Muramasa? Da Vinci? Really?
I'm fine. I'm just attending dream school. No, I'm still awake. I'm a good student.
I knew it. You've got to be patient if you're gonna make a good spouse one day. But seriously, that really was helpful. It seems pretty clear now that the giant beast from the mural, Kernonos, really did exist, along with the 6 clan ancestors. Also, what do you think that animal writing on...
They're gonna keep saying this fucking thing's name, and they're just never gonna stop. From this moment on, every single story section is going to have this fucking thing's name. And I feel personally attacked because of that. They would have said if it was a fairy, so maybe a human?
I think so too. Gods do like having mouthpieces. My guess is this human was Kernonos' priest. They were probably there to share their god's word with the world.
I see. So that mean when Britain was first created, there was a god, a priest, and fairies, huh? But now there's no god, no priest, and the only humans that exist were made by fairies. No gods, no kings, only fairies. There's gotta be something more to this story. Maybe that's what Morgan's hiding.
Abby Cat's just like,
Seeing how any stories related to gods completely died out in the era of the High Queen, you're probably right. But that leaves us with yet another question. If this story is true, it'd mean Kernonos gave the southern fairies, the 6 clan ancestors, this land. But then who gave the northern fairies the land with the woods on it in the Lake District? Oh, I know that one. This is a secret only the Mirror Clan and those born before the era of the High Queen began knew, but... a certain being's corpse lay somewhere in the Lake District. Even if the world had become totally blank or an empty sea with no life, it remained all by itself without decomposing until it eventually transformed into a small forest. Albion, the border, the last dragon. The corpse it left behind when it failed to return to the paradise of Avalon became the Northern Fairies' homeland.
Albion. So I'm assuming that's where the whole dragon thing that Lancelot has going on. I'm assuming she must have been one of these northern fairies. Yep, give it all to me. All right. Again, all assassins. So I wonder, can we just use our setup here again? Let's try it. Yeah. So that's what we talked about last night.
Thanks, Relly. And I'm sorry again about falling asleep last night, Happy Cat. It's okay. I'm not mad anymore. Besides, I did say it'd make for a decent lullaby. It sure did. I slept great. I haven't dreamt so peacefully in a long time. So just how amazing was this Albion thing anyway? In proper human history's archaeological circles, Albion is thought to be the name of Britain's prehistoric civilization. In the Magecraft world, it's also known as the Dragon of the Age of Gods and the last pure-blooded dragon. So to put how amazing that is in more concrete terms, well, while servants, that is heroic spirits, could be said to be super beings that are way beyond humanity both physically and spiritually, not all servants are equal. They're ranked based on the scale of their spirit origin. The heroic spirits at the very top of the tier, the ones that even other heroic spirits would consider astonishingly powerful, are known as grand servants. By that token, Albion would probably be considered a grand dragon by other dragons. I mean, if it was around when Earth was formed, that alone would mean it possessed 4.6 billion years worth of genetic information. It's not a god that was modeled on human perception or one discovered through faith. It's a primordial supernatural being. That said, humanity's no slouch either. In just a few 100,000 years, we took the accumulation of all 4.6 billion years worth of life on this Earth and deciphered it, acquired it for ourselves, and are actively trying to develop it even further. So while a single human might not compare to something as amazing as Albion, as a race, there's nothing out there that surpasses humanity. Yeah, get in there, Da Vinci. Get that Gurren Lagann energy, that row fight the power. We are the most advanced life form on Earth, you know.
Well said. We might be enemies, but just now, I'm real glad we're on the same side.
Thanks. You might be our enemy, but I love how you give credit where it's due.
Of all the ways for two people to become friends.
And yet they still think of themselves as enemies. Weird.
I know, right? Since ancient times, boys have and always will be boys, huh? What the fuck? What? First of all, Da Vinci is a girl, so I don't know where this boys will be boys talk is coming from. Also, why is my face like constantly turning red? What is with the color correct? Do I have to get closer or something so that the color grading stops acting all wonky? All right, maybe that'll help things out a little bit. Okay. Hold on then. All right, let's get this show on the road here. Let's use both of these. Oh wait, hold on. What bullshit do you have? Okay, so never mind. I don't want to use anything yet. We will do this, and then we'll do this, and then we will do this. Uh-huh. Oh, is it gonna do that every single time? Okay, yeah. All right, so I gotta make sure that. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, and then let's do this. Okay, and then we're gonna do this, and then this, and then this. Okay. Wham! Bam! Thank you, ma'am. Huzzah! And then... Oh, okay, that was it? Alright, sure, why not? Hey, we got a little level up with Lancelot there. You'd love to see it. Alright.
Okay, that's enough of that. You're the fairy who's been following us since yesterday, aren't you? That's me! Hi there, I'm Mirror the Night Call. I've been watching you guys since I picked you up your lovely auras. By the way, unlike the original, my gender isn't exactly a secret, okay? A night call? So you're a spirit who didn't disappear after dying? But that's weird. I don't sense any hostility or malice or anything from you. Nope, I don't have any regrets or grudges. I'm just too strong to disappear, that's all. I've been stuck like this for years on end now. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what to do about it either.
Gotcha. Sounds like a real problem. Would it help if we left some food on your grave or something?
You want to leave food on my grave, even though there's nothing there? That's so funny. But thanks, you guys are really nice fairies. Man, you sure are a cheerful night call, aren't you? Guess you didn't die because you lost your purpose then. How'd you bite it? Was it sudden? Did you have an unlucky accident or something?
It was more of an incident than an accident. We were all massacred by the fire and wind 6 years ago, just like Ansel predicted. Ansel died then too. Now there's no one from the Mirror Clan left. At least, I'm pretty sure there isn't. Or was there? That's odd. Oh well, everyone forgets things sometimes. Anyway, you guys look like you're a lot of fun, so I have a little request I'm hoping you can help me with.
What was that? Why did Altria look like that? And again, what is with... Hold on a second. This is kind of irritating me. Why is the color grading acting so weird? Exposure. You know what? We're gonna lock the color balance in here. Oh boy. Or the white balance at least. I get up. I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean that should be fine. At least it won't keep making my face red out of nowhere. All right. Anyway. So yeah, what was that look that Altria was giving this ghost here? What was that? It was a little odd. I'm not gonna lie, just a little sus.
See, a few days ago, a weird fairy showed up and started living in a really important place we used to protect. Do you think you might be able to chase her off for me? Well, while we're usually willing to help fairies, I mean, night calls in need, we kind of have somewhere we need to be ourselves. But just out of curiosity, what does this weird fairy look like? Well, she's wearing a fancy upper-class fairy dress, and she even wears fancy glasses, and she has a whole bunch of subordinates and a pink tail.
Hang on. That sounds like Koyanskaya. Koyanskaya.
Oh boy. What is she up to over here? Aha. All right, cool beans. All right, and look at that. Another Avenger. God, there's a whole lot of Avengers in this Lost Belt.
Koyanskaya is that servant we saw with Mirian, right? Oberon seemed to think she was dangerous, but does that mean she's a problem Caldia has to deal with too?
Not entirely sure about that. That aspect of her is still kind of up in the air.
There's no doubt that she's fundamentally incompatible with humanity as a whole, but we've also never faced her directly just yet. She did try to kill us during the attack on Caldia base, but that was probably just her following the foreign god's orders. She's also made a habit of toying with the local populace in each Lost Belt, but I think that's just her way of enacting retribution. She basically took the existing systems of exploitation in a given world, like the relationship between the ruling class and the lower class, and exaggerated them. She may hate humanity, but she's never tried to obliterate it. That said, she's been making a point of collecting creatures from each Lost Belt, which never existed in proper human history. Also, that she is the immature form of a beast, an evil bent on destroying humanity, would put her pretty firmly in the evil camp. If Koyanskaya were just acting as Mirian's bodyguard, that's between them. We'd have no business interfering. But if she's adding to her collection here too, then we can't just sit back and do nothing. It's really only a matter of time until she turns those creatures against us. Stopping her now is just kind of a self-defense, so we don't have to fight them off later. I see. I think I understand why she's so dangerous now. In which case, she must be after Mirror. Are we headed to the bog where the dragon's remains are now? We sure are. That weird fairy came trundling up to that pitch black pool one day with an umbrella in tow, even though no one besides us should know about it. Then she kicked out the Moors, and the last I saw, she was doing something nasty to the dragon's corpse. Nasty, huh? She's doing something nasty to it? Oh, that's a certain stripe of Dojin that probably exists somewhere.
The dragon's corpse. She's after Albion. Damn it, has she no shame at all? That thing's gotta be like a national treasure. No tourist like her has a right to take it.
That's right. We don't tolerate tourists around here. Not to mention how badly it'd reflect on proper human history. Let's just go. Stop, evil fucking thing. Moors, there's a whole bunch of Moors here. Run for it, everyone. Forget about the dragon's corpse. Don't throw your lives away. Flee for your lives. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Luckily, there aren't many pure fairies here, so we can handle a bunch of Moors. Oh, but make sure you stand back, Habitrot. We don't want to risk a worst-case scenario. Don't be daft, you idiot. This is no time to be worrying about me. Their poison is super deadly. Make sure your healers are ready to go, Relly. I have to. If I have to, I'll go fight these things myself. Okay, and yeah, it's Oops All Avengers. Like, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen before. Yeah, look at that. How crazy. All right, well, yeah, so we're gonna do Koyanskaya. What? Up to 2 servants from your party can be set. Okay. Then yeah, let's see. BB, and then Merlin, and then we're gonna go ahead and put everybody else up front. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. All right, and now we are set to go. Oh. I wonder if after a decade they can finally update the game to also be in 1080p someday. Or in you know, I'm sure it is in 1080p, but it sure as hell doesn't really look like it. I will say that for certain. Alright, here we go. And then we're gonna do a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. Okay, and we'll do that. And we'll do that, and we'll do that. Alright, hopefully this gets all their break bars down. Chisai desu ne. Ah, why the last one? You sons of bitches. What the hell are y'all doing now? What's gonna activate upon death? Oh dear lord. Okay, what is this? When HP reaches 0, inflict poison for 3 turns to all enemies. Oh boy. Alrighty. Okay. This. We'll do this. And we gotta get this one down now. We'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. This is not clear status ailments. No, that's only Castoria that does that. Oh boy. Band of Poison. Holy hell. Okay, now let's juice our girl up here. Okay, and then let's see here. Yeah, so I guess we'll do that, and then that, and then that. What's up, everyone? Hey, how's it going, Alice? Hope you're having yourself a good weekend. Appreciate you stopping in. I think we're all doing just fine around here, even though my camera is like freaking out, and for some reason the color grading is just being super wonky for no reason. But yeah, we're just continuing on through Whoa, Jesus. Gosh darn, look at all that. Alright. Yeah, we're just continuing on through Lost Belt 6 in FGO. That test yesterday lost my... What? Well, I mean... Congratulations, I suppose. Good for you. Hey, you know what? Yeah, good stuff. I hope you. I hope it was good and it was consensual and it. Yeah, and they treated you right. Oh well, how about that? Some news of some sort. Crap, 3 was bad enough. Now there's even more. Yeah, I would toast to you if I had something to toast with, but well, I guess I got my chug jug, so yeah, why not? All right, you know, nothing wrong with a little hydration check. So get congratulations to Alice, I suppose. Here. And that's all my water. All right. Okay, imagining him losing his voice, running out of characters to voice. I mean, I just start recycling the voices. I mean, Da Vinci and Altria's voices are basically the same. I just put like a different sort of inflection upon them. So I've already lost all semblance of my voice already. But how's it going, Kiara? Hope you're also doing all right tonight. Have you ever run a Discord server? Nope, and I don't plan to. I remember way back in the day, one piece of advice I ever heard from a pretty big content creator was how making a Discord server was literally the worst mistake they ever made, and I took it to heart. So, you know, and also there's never been a reason for me to. I haven't had like, I've never had people who would be interested. And even if there were people who are interested, no, ain't nobody got time for that. But how's it going, Kimmy? Hope you're also doing all right tonight as well. Hopefully y'all didn't lose your V cards at like the same time or something. Or maybe that would be a better scenario, because maybe that means you guys like did it together in a safe setting with people that you trust. But yeah, if anyone else lost their V card, you're free to keep that information to yourself. Doing good. Just got a puppy, and now I'm a furry mommy now. Nice, good stuff. Yay! What kind of puppy? What kind of puppy did you get? That's some. The dichotomy between Alice's and Kimmy's news when they come in. Just like, on one hand, it's like, hey everybody, I got a puppy today and now I'm a pet parent. On the other, I just had sex and it felt so good. fucking full Akon. Just doesn't matter, had sex. Doesn't matter, had sex. All right, what were we even talking about? When I've got distracted by talks of puppies and fornication.
Something's not right here. Moors wouldn't gather on their own like this. It's gotta be a trap Koyanskaya set. She must really not want anyone getting past here. You mean she's already got Moors under her thumb? This Koyanskaya lady must be even more trouble than I thought. In fact, now that I think about it, I can't believe you knew what she was like and still greeted her in Gloucester like it was no big deal, really.
Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking either.
What else could he have done back then? Murian was there too, you know. Now quit griping and get back to fighting. If we can't end this, I'm gonna end up using my noble phantasm until I'm drained dry. Keep those enchantments coming, Altria. I'll pull off 3 Sumukari in a row if that's what it takes, even if I have to burn my own spirit origin for fuel.
Huh? Does that mean servant spirit origins are flammable?
Can't speak for everyone's, but mine is.
It's probably because he's a Shiro face. Oh, poor Muramasa. It's a girl. It's a Pomeranian. Her name is Hikari. Oh, wait. What? Wait. Hold. What? Are you? You're not talking about Hikari right there, are you? That's. You guys have that type of relationship? I was not aware. That's fine if you do, but I mean, I just didn't know. My parents were making little jokes how now we're considered grandparents, and my mom said at least that you were adopted. What the fuck? Oh, funny dark humor. Why'd you put Samurai Jack? I knew someone was probably gonna ask, or like a rando would come in and complain about it. It's a little stupid little inside joke, a habit of mine where whenever I talk about like getting back to the past or back in the past or just referring to the past, I call it the past Samurai Jack because of the Samurai Jack theme song. Gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack. And so whenever I think of the past, I can't not think of Samurai Jack, so that's why I put it there. It's my own thing. And what do we say here?
Look, don't worry about it. Like I said, just keep them coming. When you've been standing at the forge as long as I have, losing an eye or a leg stops seeming like such a big deal.
Is that her? Ah, there she is. She's just like, yes, here I am.
Tomlin Lancelot? What are you doing here? Never mind that. I'm going to clear out these moors. Stand back, child of prophecy. You're only getting in my way. No way, that's the child of prophecy? Now that I'm a night call, I couldn't tell it was her. But now that I'm getting a better look at her, I can sense it too. Yay, she finally made it back to the entrance to paradise. This is great. What a relief. Now all of our purposes have finally been fulfilled. Hello, Britain's belle of ending. So you're the one with the highest callings, the second Avalon LaFay.
What? What the hell were you talking about? I don't understand. Didn't hear anything about being a puppy paradigm, people getting laid. Do I have to know about the content? What? I feel like that's another thing. I don't need to make a Discord server. I feel like all of you have to be in a Discord server because you all usually come in like it's either all of you come in or none of you come in. So I feel like you guys like ping in the Discord server that I might like if I'm streaming or something, and then y'all like pile in, or just none of you do. And also you guys all talk in the same sort of like speech to text like cipher where I have to, you know, try and decipher what it is that you guys say sometimes. I get Starbucks. Go find Saber, my new bestie, even though she was King Arthur, but she's a girl. I don't know anymore. Yeah, honestly, that sounds like a fan fiction synopsis that I would have read on fanfiction.net back at circa like 2006. Yeah. Those were good times. Those were good times back in the day. Yeah. And the fifth progress note, huh? You will be defeated if the guest servant Tomlin Lancelot is vanquished. Would you like to begin the quest? So another forced lineup. Good stuff. How's it going, Aurora? Hope you're also doing all right tonight. Oh my goodness gracious. Damn, she just went through them all. Hello.
I see none of you were hurt or killed. Not that it is any of my concern.
Can't believe she just took out all those Moors by herself. I'm good? Good. That's what we like to hear around here.
You didn't come here to save us, did you? No. I suppose I could have just left you to your own devices. But this place is special to me, so I didn't want Moors ruining it. That's all.
Oh, we get to see more expressions from her. That's fine. I've literally only ever seen her with her default angry face. So yeah, being able to see different expressions on her is really nice. So you're not going to fight the Child of Prophecy? How you doing? I'm doing. How you doing? I am doing all right tonight. I am definitely doing better than I was on Thursday. So that's a plus, I suppose.
Yes, I will, but not now. We all know there is going to be a war eventually. When there is, we Tomlin will lead the charge against the Child of Prophecy and the Foreign Mage. There's no need to rush things. When the time comes, I will make your deaths so excruciating that your souls will flee your bodies from the pain alone.
I believe that's just called dying.
So cruel and sadistic. You're pretty ugly on the inside for a fairy said to be the most beautiful in Britain, aren't you? Me? The most beautiful? That's very kind of you to say, but no, I'm not the most beautiful fairy in Britain. Well, maybe if you value function over form, but true beauty has nothing to do with combat ability. Why am I bothering to talk about this? Ugh, I really need to learn what it is and when it is and isn't appropriate for fairies one of these days. Anyway, I take it you're all here to ring the bell of pilgrimage. If you are, then I'd just turn around and leave if I were you. There's nothing like that here anymore. Anything that used to be here has long since been burned to...
What's happening?
Yikes, you scared me. Did you see a ghost or something? Yes, I'm looking at one. Have you guys really not noticed it until now?
Oh my goodness, she's scared of ghosts. Look at her. Ain't she precious? Is being a pet parent a lot of work if it is my first time having a puppy? Is being a pet parent a lot of... I mean, yes. Yes, but I mean, it's not as much work as like having a human child. You know, obviously, I mean, it also depends on how old your puppy is. If they're really young, yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of work. You gotta, you know, train them to not go to the bathroom inside the house. You gotta find the right food for them, find out if they got any allergies. You gotta get all their shots. You gotta do, you know, you gotta walk them. You gotta give them the attention and stimulation they need. You know, you can't just stick them inside of a kennel and just like call it a day. So yeah, it's it can be a lot of work, especially it also depends on your puppy's temperament as well. When's the new Persona 6 gonna come out? Probably in like, I don't know, 5-6 years or something like that. It'll be funny to see if there are any like Persona 5 fans who you know, stick their nose up at Persona 6 fans, you know, because they're coming in like not having played any of the Persona games, you know, because they came in after the Persona 5 hype, and then they play Persona 6 and they're like, oh my god, I love Persona so much, and they're like, bitch, this is your first Persona game. And it's like, and then all the old fossils like me who have been around since, like, you know, Persona 3 on the PS2 are gonna be like,
look at those youngins just arguing amongst themselves. They don't know anything about anything of what they're arguing about. I was there when it was written.
Yeah. But yeah, we're probably also gonna get like a Persona 4 remake. Well, so Persona 4 Golden was more of like a enhanced edition, more so than a no, because I mean they completely like no, yeah. So like, eventually, if we do get like a fully more modern, up to date Persona 4, like we got for Persona 3. That's gonna be interesting because we've got Persona 4 Golden already, so I don't even know what they would call like the new one, Persona 4 Golden Shining Edition or something. I don't know. Anywho,
That's a night call, and if it's here, it must be from the Mirror Clan. I see. So that's what was calling to me. Huh? No, you've got it all wrong. We don't begrudge anyone anything. We already did everything we had to do. We have nothing left to tell you. More importantly, are you sure you don't want to hurry to the bog? Otherwise, you might be too late to stop that outsider from taking your homeland for herself.
oh,
Come on, Lancelot or no one, Lancelot. We can't let Koyanskaya get away with this, right?
what the heck? They have police tape in ancient fairy Britain. Although I guess, yeah, well, yeah, technically, this is in 2019, right? Yeah, okay. The NFF keep out tape looks so out of place here.
What are these hideous bindings doing here? How dare you wade into our lake with your dirty feet?
Oh goodness. She is feeling a certain kind of way.
Dirty feet? Of all the nerve! I'll have you know I'm very fond of this dress Lady Miriam gave me. So, I've been toiling away at this excavation from the air, as you can see. Unfortunately, these moors I just acquired have been unable to either transport or destroy it. So, I was nearly on the verge of writing the whole thing off as a loss. But luckily, even though these bones are worthless junk to me now, it seems mistreating them a little was the right choice. Now I'll get my hands on the Tomlin I've been waiting and hoping for. This aura. You must be an immature beast.
You know about beasts, Lancelot?
Of course I do. Why do you know about them? Oh, I see. Proper human history must be having a tougher time than I thought. Those bones must be what's left of Albion's corpse. Whatever Koyanskaya wants with them, we can't let her get it. Come on, Relly, we need to help Lancelot. I don't know what Koyanskaya is after, but whatever it is, it can't be good. This time, we're gonna cut off her tail and send her packing. What was that? How dreadfully crude. Not all of us world-class beauties ruin nations, you know. Why, if anything, I'm doing humanity a favor. I'd say what I'm doing here is philanthropy. But I suppose trying to get you all to see reason is a fool's errand, since you can't even see what a blight this thing actually is. Ugh, all that hard work I put in to acquire this fine specimen of a weapon, and you've all ruined it. You know, I think this may be a fine occasion to finally get rid of you all.
Oh dear.
Stand back, everyone. Something huge is coming out of the bog. Is that a dragon? Could it be Albion itself? No. What are you, blind? It's just another Moor. You're all brawn and no brains, aren't you? You'll never be a match for Morgan like that.
Oh.
Hey, you can't blame Altria for being confused. These magical energy levels are insane. They're as high as the Calamity in Norwich, if not higher.
You're right. I didn't want to believe it, but this water is all made up of the same stuff as Moors. It's literally dripping with animosity towards fairies. We're basically surrounded by Moors now. There's no escape.
That's right! This is where Albion's dead flesh rotted away, becoming the most foul substance in all of Britain. And that's not all. This is also where the northern fairies were massacred in the War of Spring. For 8,000 years, their hatred has festered away in this natural cauldron. Albion itself may be no more than a pile of bones now, but it's no trouble to collect all the magical elements that were left here and make them into what they used to be. What are you saying? Are you planning to steal Albion's corpse since it perished all alone in the sea of nothingness? Of course not. My clients wouldn't be interested in acquiring a zombie. No, this is strictly a one-time deal. I'll return it to its old decayed flesh once all of Caldi is dead. Besides, you're the thing I'm really after. Haven't I already mentioned that? You see, Lord Beryl gave me a juicy, super secret bit of info. You're a living Albion, so I'm going to take you away from here and keep you all to myself.
Lancelot is Albion? Why does she still look like a fairy?
Now, as much as I hate to cut short a chat about my fabulous products, I'm afraid I must. Good day, Chaldeans. Thank you so much for your patronage these last several months. Now, allow me to escort you down to the depths of hell, where you can wait for Britain's destruction.
So this is how, oh my goodness.
This is way worse than it was in Norwich. It's suicide to fight a Moor of this scale without Mash's protection.
We've got to find a way to retreat back to those ruins.
The hell it is! Don't be fooled! This thing's all bark and no bite. Sure, this bog's curse is powerful, but it's not a real calamity. That weird lady up there is just giving it a temporary form. You guys can take this thing easily. Now come on and kick its butt, Relly. This is no time to be hanging out here. Mash is waiting for you to come get her in Orkney.
Well, in that case,
Bring it on! Let's go.
Damn, just when I thought I'd broken their spirits. If only that odd little fairy hadn't stuck her nose in. Fine, I'll help you all here. Just this once, I'm going to disable the name and gift Her Majesty bestowed on me. Because if that really is Albion's animated flesh, then I'm the only one who can burn it away. Hear me. I am not the knight known as Lancelot. My true name is Melusine. Melusine of the Dark Bog. I am the descendant of Albion, given my name by the most beautiful being alive.
oh shit. So this is how she gets her third ascension, I'm assuming. Oh, we rolled over. God dang it. All right, that's fine. Come on. Hey, at least BlueStacks didn't just completely shut down again. Come on. Oh, you're gonna make me reset the whole fucking thing. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get back in there. Now we're gonna have to skip that whole scene again, I'm assuming. Yep. And then skip. Alrighty, so it's a Zerker, but Melusine is gonna be our DPS, and I'm assuming she doesn't have her third ascension yet, so that means her MP is going to be arts. So with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves. What? Oh, you sons of bitches. Well, okay, hold on. Well, then let's grab, yeah, waiver. Ah, okay. And then, here, we will grab, Lady Avalon. And then we'll put her right there. And then we'll put, you know what? I'll put my Lancelot and then, Merlin on the back over there. Just to, actually, you know what? Nah, I was going to put Koyanskaya just for some poetic irony, but it's fine. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think we can make this work. Oh shit! Wait, it was did it say it was a berserker or an avenger? I thought it said a berserker at first, but then, like, I thought my eyes caught the. Wait, it is an avenger. What the fuck? I thought it said a berserker. Huh. Okay, shit. All right, you know what? We'll try. We'll try and see if we can make this. Wait. She does have her third. She does have her third ascension. Oh shit. Okay. Well then, you know what? Hold up. Let us switch out Avalon for for Merlin. All right. There we go. Okay. Now let's do this. And then, yes, sir. Increase max HP, increase MP gauge. Let's see. We'll do that. And then we'll do this. Okay. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. All right, Melusine, come on. Oh, come on. I've seen this. Oh boy. Look at that. Hardly did anything. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Ooh. Oh, get fucked. Alright, then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do this. Okay, and then let's see. Let's target this thing back here. Yeah, full brave chain. Let's go. Boom. And then, come on, baby. What the fuck? Oh, I knew it. I knew we were probably gonna have another BlueStacks moment before the end of the night. It can't help itself. It just can't help being incompetent, can it? Ay, ay, ay. Jesus. It's never gonna end. BlueStacks will never not be a piece of garbage. Yes, resume. Man. It's fine. I just gotta redo the round. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then oh shit, I forgot to that's fine, whatever. I'll take it. All right, there's a lot of curses on us that I would prefer not to have, so we're gonna go ahead and get those off of us here. Let's see. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do hold. We're gonna come back over here. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. All right.
私は欲しい
I think we got this.
さ
I think we got this.
あアラウンドカリバ
Ain't no thing.
無謀
Ah, get fucked.
戦いですか
All right, I will take that. Okay, and then let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this. So I'm actually gonna let's just do a brave chain.
もっと早く
We're gonna do this actually, and then that, and then that.
はあ一口で潰す落ちろ
There we go. There we go. Uh-huh. Oof. Okay. And then now, yes, sir. Boom.
ひれ伏しな
Boom,
も
boom.
ちろんこの名はアルビオン教会を開く最後の竜
Saigo Ryu.
時を示せ行けいたいと
And then,
ここでまっすぐ
oh, I forgot it's got guts. Oh, well, that's fine. Oh, you bastard. Alright, you just stay there for a second. We're gonna do that. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do that. And then that.
それはいつか来る兆しの星
Get these curses off of me, please, Castoria.
あなたは星をかざすでしょうアラウンドカリバー
Thank you.
波
Oh, how much guts does this motherfucker have?
行きます
Let's see. Reaches 0, blah, 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 for... Okay, let's see. When HP reaches 0, recover HP and survive, and when HP is less than 0%, apply a state where Albion's dead flesh is removed. If you sustain support NPCs, Melazine's AoE MP attack? Huh? Oh, dude. So I have to beat him with my MP. I'm assuming that's what is being insinuated here. Okay.
今のうちに準備
I can work with that. Let's see. So I'll do it like this.
楽園の橋にようこそ
Hold up. Let's do boom, boom, boom.
と命令して
そこは壁もなく城もなく国すらない始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン
All right. So are they
この名は
are they trying to force the edit
教
here?
会を開く最後の竜ジョフロアからフロモンへ時を示せ行けいたいと
There it goes. Okay.
鐘の音が聞こえる
Good stuff. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. True name revealed. Oh my god, it's so low res. I swear it's actually like 360p. Holy hell, it's terrible. Oh, is that it? Okay. All right. Well, it just decided to end it right there. I could see the individual pixels. No fooling. No kidding. All right. Well then, I would say yeah, we wrap things up right in the nick of time. So yeah, I say we're going to go ahead and call it there for the evening, and we will see what Lancelot's got to say next week. So, all right, yeah. I say we'll go ahead and call it there for tonight. So I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. Tomorrow, we're actually going to be playing Genshin for the first time in a good long while. I actually think the event, like that one that was happening in Mondstadt, that I think Albedo was like being put on trial or something. I was interested to see what that was about, but I think it might be over. So I don't know. Whatever they got like a new event happening right now. I think it's with like Kanish and like this new guy. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I did manage to get what's her name? Escoffi. So yeah, and apparently she's actually really good. So I'm actually trying to build her. But I think Skirk is actually going to be the next limited character, and I really fucking want her. So, but I'm going to be going against the 50-50, and even though I've had strangely good luck with the 50-50s in Genshin recently, this is probably going to be the time where it's like, no, fuck you. So, we'll see. But yeah, so Genshin for the first time in a good long while tomorrow. If you want to know when that'll be happening, follow my Blue Sky or subscribe, and you'll know when we go live. But yeah, for tonight, that's going to go ahead and do it for me. So with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. And with any luck, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.